Hello YouTube, this is Judson Game 44 here, and today we are here to talk about Steven Universe, the movie. Now, warning, there is going to be spoiling here, so if you haven't seen the movie, go watch it first, then come back here. So anyway, let's discuss this movie. Steven Universe pretty much begins with the story of the diamonds, and pretty much telling what we already know and everything, with Pink Diamond leaving, then coming back, White Diamond pretty much holding a book and everything of it, and then pretty much telling everyone on pretty much the news Gem TV, pretty much Gem News, Steven Universe is becoming the new Pink Diamond. Of course, pretty much Steven then mentions to all the gems, and we got a chance to see some new locations that we didn't see with the giant pink demon stream. Did I say that right? Steven stream. Okay, besides all that, we got to see like a few new locations, a giant green city, and pretty much the location we'll talk about later. But other than that, really this was definitely good and interesting. Anyway, I personally did like seeing Blue Pearl being more happy and jumping. And anyway, pretty much the Diamonds kind of asked Steven to stay, and the first song we get is that. It's really nice. Besides all that, Steven pretty much just jumps more right out of there quickly after they're done singing, and then meets Connie and pretty much discuss something about space camp. So Connie's going to space camp. That's actually nice. So, what else? Well, after that, we pretty much get a few more songs with Steven, Pearl, Garnet, and Amethyst all talking about their life, and we finally found out what Amethyst looked like when she first emerged, which she kind of looks like a robot. That's kind of a little bit weird. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, nonetheless, we get a few scenes of them pretty much talking about songs, and seeing all the new scenes, which is actually just great. Besides all that, we get the chance to see the villain, who pretty much comes out of nowhere, asking if Steven Universe was here, says yes, and she injects the drill. And we get her song, Other Friends, which is one that I think is my favorite. Only reason why, because I think it's different from all the other songs. Besides all that, let's see here. What else happens? Oh yeah, Garnet and Amethyst are all trying to fight, but can't get her, so they all trying to go against her. But nothing works, and then she pulls out a new type of stabilizer weapon that pretty much causes all the 3 crystal gems to basically single-handedly poof. Steven was able to fight her for a little bit, but got hurt by the weapon. Of course, looks like he was fine. She did mention that her human half won't be able to stand a chance with that injector. So pretty much that's what, and pretty much Steven was able to grab hold of the weapon and pretty much slice her in half. And she's pooped, but Steven can't bubble her. So what goes on here is that she's all the crystal gems and plus her are all pretty much waiting to be reformed. Pearl gets reformed first, but the strange thing is she's in a she-cell with Clam, I guess. Which I guess we finally know what happened when Pearl first emerged. Now, besides all that, we basically get to point out how Pearl Sorrento first come out. Pretty much what happens here is all the crystal gems are reformed with no memory of who they were. We get to see Amethyst's robot form again. Ruby and Sapphire don't fuse and think they're just pretty much meant to serve. Sapphire said she's Ruby will be dead within a day. And pretty much we get to see Amethyst's robot form again. Wait, did I already say that? Anyway, nonetheless, we pretty much get to see Spinelli form again. Spinel. Oh yeah, that's her name. Sorry, that name's kind of new for me. Anyway, Spinel kind of sounds like a new name and everything. Anyway, Pearl was pretty much singing about all of them. Spinel is reformed and pretty much more goofy and everything, which I didn't notice it at first, but until I got to see a pic of her new form, and she actually kind of looks like Mickey Mouse, which that's kind of surprising. Okay, nonetheless, it is pretty much interesting how she pretty much turned out. She's more pinker and less purple look. Her gem actually re-rotated like the way how Rose did, pretty much making it look different. Which in a way, if you think about it, can gems all do that? If she was able to and Pink Diamond was able to, I mean, can the other diamonds do that? I mean, could she rotate her gem? But nonetheless, we pretty much get to see what they are all doing, but then the weird thing is no one remembers who they are. Pearl doesn't know who she is. She thinks she's meant to serve Gray because Gray was the one who put her name in. Well, didn't exactly know what was going on. Amethyst has no idea and just copying everyone else what they said. Garnet is pretty much about Ruby and Sapphire. Ruby protects Sapphire, Sapphire predicts the future, and she is just being a goofball clown. Actually, now that I think about it, doesn't her appearance kind of look like someone of a clown as well? I mean, she acts goofy and everything, happy, jumping, and laughing. I mean, seriously, is she supposed to be like some type of entertainment? But nonetheless, pretty much what happened is they all decided to pretty much go outside. He tries to tell her, but she doesn't even know what it is. Her memory's been lost. So they went to Bismuth, Peridot, and Lapis to all speak. And well, pretty much what happens here is that they all pretty much like discuss and talk about some things. Peridot pretty much, Steven saw the weapon that Spinel was having, and pretty much what happened was Bismuth immediately grabbed it, freaking out, saying, "Don't touch that, that could completely erase you." And Peridot made like a forceful joke, saying, "Oh my god, I could have lost all my character development." Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, nonetheless, what happens here is that they all pretty much talk, trying to get the memories back, how this thing works, and pretty much they don't know how to, but they think maybe they have to work on some type of location. And we get this hilarious scene where pretty much all the gems are pretty much like things are going wrong with they were trying to poof Sapphire, but then pretty much the thing they were using, a giant pizza cutter, was going out of control, chopping the Heaven Earth Beetle, which is nice seeing them again. And we pretty much get to see a bunch of other stuff attacking Sapphire, predicting before it happens, as always, which was actually kind of funny. Now, nonetheless, pretty much Sapphire was actually the one who actually saved her this time, and they got their memories back, well, at least being fusion again. As for pretty much, they were trying to think about, and then they decided to go work on Amethyst. They started going to a song form about multiple things, and then eventually Amethyst remembers and she starts reforming to all other forms in pure light, and then she eventually reforms back, which is nice to see her back in her old self. I really do not like the robot form look. But seriously though, that's what happens. Then pretty much they move on to Pearl, and they think the way to do it is with a band. So they go on and start singing, and we get a fusion of Greg and Steven, which I did not really expect him to be buff looking, but dang. He also had forearms. I was kind of expecting human and gem fusions not to have those type of things, but it happened. So nonetheless, we pretty much get this song, and then eventually Pearl and Amethyst start joining in, and we get to see Opal. I don't know if the person who was doing voice acting Opal was the same person who was voice acting her, all the way back in Season 1, that we only got the chance to see her voice once. But still, nonetheless, we pretty much got a scene from those two. And then pretty much Spinel is starting to get upset and then heads to the warp pad. Steven follows her and pretty much questions what's going on. So what happens here is that pretty much Spinel and everyone, Spinel is actually getting really upset and she wants to try to get everything. She just don't know why, but then she mentions about the garden. And then pretty much we already got that heard from Pearl a little bit earlier after the song, but still. Pretty much then Spinel pretty much warped her and Steven there, and she starts doing her own song. And pretty much we get her backstory. Basically, she was made to be Pink Diamond's playmate on the garden of some old asteroid rock. And then when she got word of Rakami, she pretty much told Spinel just to stand there and wait for 6,000 years before she actually realizes she was not coming back when she saw Steven communicating with. Actually, Steven pretty much was the reason why. So for all 5 seasons, she was basically just sitting there waiting for a diamond. Which, by the way, remember that scene I told you with all the pink diamond strings? We got a string with her feet, which pretty much I don't know how quick she was able to rechange her appearance and then get a humongous injector drill, but still. It was kind of really sad if you kind of think about it. She just abandoned the diamonds, but of course we had like a better reason for that, but she pretty much abandoned her because maybe she was starting to get too annoying? Now that's just kind of rude. Now, nonetheless, that's what pretty much happened, and she remembers she gets angry at Steven, but he's able to calm her down. They talk about getting the injector drill down, and they'll get her and they'll work everything out. So they head back to Earth, and pretty much everyone's ready to fight her, even including, well, Corinth's the only one who doesn't. And what happens here is that pretty much Steven was actually looking trying to get shot. Okay, they gave the injector drill fix, and then she's questioning what about her. And pretty much it looked like Steven only wanted her just to turn it down. Spinel gets angry and then reactivates the injector. And then what happens next is, dang. Fighting mode, she tries to use Guardians of S.H.I.E.L.D., trying to make Steven angry, but nothing would actually work. And then pretty much what happens at the end is that Gar regains her memories, and that's all the Crystal Gems memories back, except for Steven's powers, because throughout the whole entire movie, Steven was having problems using all of his powers. And so what happens here is that, simply enough, Steven pretty much tries to talk to Penelope again after she gets on top of the injector drill, and pretty much all the humans are getting danger. All three Crystal Gems merge into Alessandra, and they are all saving the humans. Grey got infected, and they're all trying to keep the humans safe. Which pretty much at the end of the story, we get the point what happens next. And Spinel pretty much Steven starts singing after he pretty much realized all the conflict and everything he was going through. And pretty much, man, Spinel kind of insulted him, calling him a loser, but still. Anyway, what happens after that is pretty much Steven starts singing, and she says you can't fix everything with a stupid song. But yet it actually worked. Nonetheless, the damage was pretty much already done, and the Earth was saved. Steven was actually able to heal Greg, and pretty much healed the rest of Beach City. Of course, that's going to take some time. During around that time, the diamonds came back. And pretty much what happened is Spinel re-meets them. Yellow Diamond says her old playmate. Blue Diamond says one of her lost treasures. They all like her, so they decide to actually take her back to the palace, which they actually did a song about. Spinel's actually more than happy to go. So she pretty much gets reform, I guess. Which Pink Diamond's treasures, which I didn't know this until someone mentioned it, but Steven has already found a way to open up that trust. So during the time year skip, basically they already know. Basically, Steven has already opened up that chest. But the question is, what is inside it? I guess that's something we won't know. Okay, nonetheless, I know I skipped some few parts, but still, I honestly do think this was a good movie. Not great. The songs were okay and everything. They kind of were sounding similar. I do think Spinel was personally my favorite only because it was the most different. Some of the songs sound similar but different voicing. But I do think they were all actually great. I personally do like how pretty much when Steven Greg feuded with Sting, I did not expect that type of look for them, but still that happened. And I also pretty much did like a few others, but still. I personally think Spinel was my favorite, because I think it was something new. Anyway, I do think the story was okay. I don't think it was really all that great, because we all thought this film was going to be something else. I'm not saying I am not disappointed. I was just kind of surprised the way they did this, but I will admit it's very interesting. But could this possibly be the end of this universe? Maybe. I don't know about Season 6 actually coming out, if there will be one, but still, it's possible there will be a Season 6, depending, but the only reason why, what's going to happen in this, where's going to be Jasper, where's all the Crystal Gems going to be doing. But yeah, you pretty much get the picture. I hope you all did enjoy this review. I will discuss breaking down other things in this movie in more detail in a few more videos, but until then, this is Judging Game 34 signing out. Until then, I'll see you all later. Bye!